Hi, everyone. All right. I know I'm a little bit early, but I am going to talk to you guys today all about Feng Shui and decorating, really about looking at how you bring things into your home that can really help boost the energy in your home. So you're already doing this decorating, which sort of lends itself to bringing in exciting new things. So I wanted to walk you through what those things can mean and how you can do it with a little bit more intention. So let me just find my document because I created some pictures. So I have some images. So I'm going to share my screen in a sec. So basically what I thought we would do today, and to all of the Facebook group members, hello, and how are you guys? And to those of you watching it on YouTube, just to give you a quick update, this is what we do weekly in our Facebook group. If you would like to become a member of our Facebook group, you can request to join. There's a couple questions you got to answer, and the link will be in the description below the video. So we do this every week. Angie and I go back and forth and we talk about, we either do a presentation of Lunch and Learn, we share something, or we'll answer a question. So this week, what we're doing is we're going to, because the holidays are coming up, we thought it would be nice to continue this holiday theme. And today I'm going to specifically talk about decorating and the holidays and what that means from a Feng Shui standpoint. So let me just do this for a second. All right. Oh, here we go. Did I? Okay. There we go. Okay. So, all right. So I just did these pictures just so we could see. Here is what the three things that I do in the house that happen. Well, there's more than three, but these are three things that I do that lend themselves to increasing and, sort of bettering the energy in your home. And they also happen to be fantastic. So one of the things that I love to bring into the home is are oranges. So, and this is something that we use in Feng Shui a lot. An orange is, in Feng Shui, we use oranges actually for a lot of space clearings and blessings. So there's something about oranges that lend themselves to being, they have this yang energy. So this heightened energy, this life to them, their color, their scent, and having a bowl of 9 oranges or tangerines or clemmies or satsumas, whatever you want. These are satsumas because I love that they have the green leaves on them. You get them at this time of year. These are what you could use. You can have 9 in a bowl. It's good to actually eat them and then keep refreshing them and keep them in a place where you can see them. So they're bright, they're colorful, and they automatically boost the energy in your home, especially if they're in a spot that's really visible. So that's the first thing I love to do, especially because they're so that you can get so many great varieties this time of year. So that's one. 2 is focusing on abundance. So the holidays are all about bringing more abundance to your family, just having everyone come together, sharing meals. It's not all about gifts and getting crap, but a lot of times, we get caught up in that. But when you really think of it at the heart of it, it's really about being grateful for what you have and trying to create more abundance in your life by sharing that gratitude with others and doing sort of very simple things. So what I like to do in terms of just to symbolize this abundance, apart from, lots of cooking, keeping the stove functioning well, all that great stuff around that, which is really great for wealth and increasing abundance, I also like to use, obviously, these lend themselves to the holidays, bringing in gold if you want. And the idea of fruiting berries or flowering plants that has that abundant energy in it, and you can place them, well, anywhere you want in the home, but somewhere where you see it when you come in. And so what is a great way to do this is having a little bit of red outside the front door so that when you walk in, I like to say that it kisses the energy before it comes into your home. So it does this, I'm actually going to, maybe what I'll do another week is I'll walk around and show you the things I've done, because I created 2 outdoor urns that have a lot of these actually in it. This is different. This is one that I did for inside, but that have berries and red in them, and also lights as well, just to boost the energy, because you want to attract this chi and this energy to your home. And the fantastic thing about this time of year is you can use a lot of red and it looks great. The other way that you can think about bringing these things into your home and the great benefit it has from a Feng Shui energy standpoint is greenery. So greenery can be boughs of green. It can be your Christmas tree as well. And so it's really about bringing in the wood energy, which is one of the elements in Feng Shui. And it is all about vital energy, growth. It actually connects with family as well. But there's this cleansing scent, as you know, that you can bring in your home. So overall, it's such a great time of year because you can just bring in all this green. The house smells great, and you have this bright green thing in your home. For those of you that use Christmas trees, for those of you that don't, and you know, you'd rather just, you know, celebrate holidays and this time of year, just bring in these. I just cut these, like these greens here, brought in, displayed with lights, little fairy lights is what I do. So the other thing is the Christmas tree, which I'm going to talk about because this question comes up, is where should I place my Christmas tree? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switcheroo here again. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to do this. All right. Woo, boom, right in my front of my face. Okay. So, there we go. So what I've got here is, hopefully you can see it, is the bagua. So, people ask, where should I put my Christmas tree? And it really, at the end of the day, whatever works, because, you know, it's big. So you have to work with where you can place it in the home overall. But you could, if you have the luxury of being able to pick and choose where you can put it, even in a room, you can get a little bit Feng Shui strategic about it, and you could place it in a specific area. So in my home, it works well. It fits dead center of the home. So I actually fit it in the center of my home, and you can see the yellow square on the bagua there. It represents, the center is really, really important in Feng Shui. And the reason being is that area affects all other areas. So it touches on all other areas. So, you know, when you are planning it, you can, if you want, you can bring in the idea of picking a specific spot. So family would be a great one. And you can see, so how I'm going to attach this both in the video, there'll be a link to it. And then in the comments in this group, you'll be able to download this little thing here. And really what it is it tells you how you can lay the bagua onto your home or even a room. So let's not get too technical, and we won't worry too much about the house. Let's say that's too much for you to handle because things are missing or you get confused. Then instead what you should do is focus on the living room or where you're going to place the Christmas tree. And you can think of it that way. So you can pick any of these areas, and they're always going to benefit. You know, it's always going to bring more to that area. So the beauty of having a tree is it's tall, it's big, it lifts the energy. It's got wood. It's the wood energy. It has the green color, which brings more, energy into the space. There are particular areas you can see that are dedicated to wood. So if you wanted to boost them, like family and wealth, those are areas you could use. You could also put them in fame and reputation because it feeds the fire. And so there are some that work really well and that will continue to boost it. But if you want to, I like placing it in the center, just because in my house it happens to work that way. I have the space for it, and I find that it shifts the energy of the whole house because, well, it just gets super Christmassy. So that is where to place it. And if you're getting, let me just make sure there's no questions here. Option. Oh, there we are. Okay. So the other question that I get is, when you're doing all of these decorating thingies, does it matter if it is real, fresh, or if it's artificial? So in Feng Shui, we say as long as it looks really realistic, you get the benefit of it because the intention is there to have something living, but it is nice to be able to bring in real trees, plants, etc. So now some of you, I'm sure, use artificial Christmas trees, and whether or not that's good Feng Shui or bad Feng Shui, that doesn't really matter, but you can think of it from an eco standpoint. So it is entirely up to you, and I'm not, disparaging people that have artificial Christmas trees, but just bear in mind that if you do get one, you got to use them for a really long time if you're thinking of it from an environmental standpoint. So from a footprint standpoint, you need to use it for at least 20 years for it to be beneficial in the long run. So artificial Christmas trees are 3 times harder on the environment than a natural or a real tree. So real trees obviously biodegrade, and they can be mulched and they can be chipped. Now I have the luxury of living in a place where it's easy for me to get the tree to be, picked up and taken out. If you live in an apartment or you live, sometimes it can be trickier, but there's something to be said for using a real tree. Although I'm jealous of people that have artificial trees because they can put them up a lot earlier. So you're limited on the time. So that question comes up in terms of artificial and real, what is the right thing? And to be honest, in Feng Shui, we say as long as it looks real, you're good. But from an eco footprint standpoint, actually a fresh tree is better. So, just to top, I'm going to post in the thing about the bagua so that you can figure out if you wanted to get really strategic about where you put your Christmas tree. You can look at that. Then also think about bringing in, if you can only do one thing, just think about bringing in a bowl of 9 oranges, placing it on the kitchen counter or on the dining room table. Obviously don't let them rot, eat them because they're delicious. And when you're bringing in greens, think about bringing in a little bit of red. Again, I love using natural plants and branches, etc., dogwood, that kind of stuff. If you can, bring that in because that actually boosts the energy even more. Red is an incredibly important color in Feng Shui. It is all about abundance and prosperity, and it's about protection. It activates the qi. It's like a super color in Feng Shui. So this is the time of year where you can bring it in and decorate your place, and even if it's not part of your scheme, and have fun with it. So that is this week's Lunch and Learn on our Facebook Live, and next week Angie will be doing it. Not sure what it's going to be about. We may or may not continue the holiday theme, but check in next week. And thank you for watching, okay? And we'll see you guys in the group. See ya. Bye.